because I'm standing in the closet.
Stop, you are not.
There's not fucking Trevor.
Hey everybody, it's B Diz, the rock star part of SuperObvious. In this video, we're ranking 7 characters from least to most to likely die in Scream 7. Let's go.
What do we do?
You're all gonna die. Everybody dies.
First is number 7, which is Sam. This one kind of goes without saying. She is presented as the new final girl in the Scream franchise going forward since her debut in Scream 5. She also has her storyline of seeing visions of her dead dad Billy Loomis, which is the original and most famous Ghostface in the Scream universe. Billy keeps pushing her to give in to her killer instinct and kill beyond the means of self-defense. Seeing how far this goes before she turns full psycho or not is the most interesting dynamic to the core 4 in Scream movies in general now. So Sam needs to be alive for this layer to the movies to keep going, so she is least likely to die. Unless she becomes Ghostface in 7 and other characters are forced to kill her, but I don't think that's going to happen. Not yet anyway. Next is number 6, which is Tara, and not a surprise either. Tara and Sam are sisters and both the final girls in the Scream franchise now. If Tara was to die, then all the focus would of course be on Sam, and all the focus would be on Tara if Sam was to die. I think this is unlikely to happen either way, at least for Scream 7. Tara is also forming her relationship with fellow Core 4 member Chad. They could be building the next big relationship in the franchise, like how Gale and Dewey were, so Tara needs to be alive for this to happen. There is the talk that Jenna Ortega will be working on the next season of Wednesday, but I don't think that's a reason for her to get killed off in 7, because Jenna Ortega is a Scream queen in her own right and seems to like these kind of roles. Next is number 5, and that's Kirby. She was quote unquote killed in 4 when stabbed in the gut twice after being betrayed by Charlie, who she thought liked her. She made a return in 6 as a FBI agent and kind of replaced Dewey as the new authority figure amongst the main characters. She was stabbed and shot in 6 where she should have died, again, but didn't. I think since she just returned in 6, it'd be too soon for her to get killed off in 7 because she still has so much character growth to do. Next is number 4, and that's Gale Weathers. I kind of talked about it in my Who Won't Survive video. I think between Gale and Kirby, one of them won't survive 7, and out of the two, I think Gale is more likely to die than Kirby. Gale is one of the original OGs and has been in every single movie in the Scream franchise. She officially had her Ghostface attack in 6, where she was stabbed several times and should have died, but didn't. I think she survived because her dying in 6, when Dewey just died in 5, would have been emotionally too much for Scream fans. Story-wise, I think her death would have elevated everything, but I get it. I think if there's going to be a major character death in 7, at least one of them is going to be Gale. Next is number 3, and that's Mindy. She was attacked in 5 at Amber's house and in 6 on the subway. Since she is the new Randy and horror buff that is always schooling the other characters the rules on how surviving the horror stuff works, she is a pretty important character that needs to be around. For the most part, I don't see her dying in Scream 7. At number 2 is Chad. Unfortunately, I have talked about this in several videos, and between Chad and his sis Mindy, if one of them isn't going to survive 7, I think it's going to be Chad. He has already survived being super attacked in 5 and 6, where he should have died, and I feel like if it happens again in 7, that he realistically should not make it. The character is getting brutally attacked, and living with the ambulance scenes at the end of the movies has happened way too much. It kind of takes away from the characters getting attacked by Ghostface altogether. I talk about the plot armor issue in Scream movies in another video, so check it out. Him being in a relationship with Tara kind of makes it seem like he will most likely survive Scream 7, but it also might mean that that's the reason he dies, because that would emotionally devastate the core 4, especially Tara, since they are a couple. And number 1, and most likely to die, is Danny. He is the boyfriend of Sam and was introduced in 6. The boyfriends of the main characters don't always make it, just like how Derek died in 2, who was dating Sid while in college. I really like Danny's character in 6, even though he doesn't have a lot of screen time. If him and Sam are still dating, and Danny is killed in 7, especially as we grow to know more about him and we like him, his death would be pretty sad, affecting Sam, especially if she grew to love him. Since the body count was really low of any major characters in 6, I'd be super shocked if Danny actually survived Scream 7. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know in the comments what your ranking is of characters from least to most likely to die in Scream 7. Like and share the video, subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.